Hello, good morning everyone. How are you doing today? I hope you feel fine, okay? What day is it today? What day is it today? You know, today is Tuesday, okay? Tuesday. What date is it today? You know, it's August 17th, okay? Okay, my friends, now I would like you to open your books on page number 121. Page 121. Notice, today we're going to talk about going to. This structure is usually used to talk about future plans and intentions. Okay, future plans and intentions. In exercise letter B, we have to read the conversation. In exercise A again, you have to circle the correct options to complete the rule. When we talk about present continuous or present progressive, we usually talk about things that happen in the future, but in the near future, okay? Things that happen in the near future when we talk, or when we use, okay, when we use present progressive, we usually talk about things that happen in the near future, okay? Present progressive. Now, today we are going to talk about going to. As you can see now, this is the structure what we're going to follow, okay? Be plus going to plus verb. We usually have affirmative statements, negative statements, questions, and answers, okay? Today we're going to talk about future. We're going to talk about future plans and intentions, okay? For example, in the affirmative statement, I'm going to improve my English, okay? As you could see in the previous conversation, I'm going to improve my English. The negative is going to be, we're not going to have a test next week, okay? The negative sentence. As well as you know, after the verb to be, you have to add not, the word not, in order to make a negative statement, okay? Understand? After the verb to be, here's the verb to be, okay? You add not, okay? In order to make a negative statement, okay? We're not going to have a test next week, but why, if we, let's say, omit not, let's say, what happens if we erase or delete not? The sentence is going to be, we're going to have a test next week, okay? But in our case, this is true, because we're going to have a test next week, okay? Next Monday will be, next Monday, remember, next Monday will be the written test, okay? But anyway, tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, I'm going to let you know. Okay, my friends. Now let's continue. Questions and answers. Is Victor going to study tomorrow? As you can see here, we're studying in a verb. This verb is the verb to be, okay? And these kind of questions are usually called as yes-no questions, okay? Because if you answer the question, or if you answer this type of question started in a verb, you usually say yes or no, okay? For example, the short answer for is Victor going to study tomorrow? In the positive way, it's going to be yes, he is. But in the negative sense, no, he isn't. Okay? No, he isn't. Now, there is another type of question that starts in WH word, in a WH word. Okay, now let's talk about these questions. Okay? As you can see, there are two types of questions. The first question starts in a verb. Okay, this is a verb. Starts in a verb. And the second question starts in a WH word. Okay? And these questions have their own names as well. Okay, their own names. For example, the first question that starts in a verb, this is the verb to be. Okay, the first question starts in a verb. And the second question starts in a WH word. Okay, WH word. And what's the difference? If you start your question in a verb, the answer will be yes or no. That's why the first question is called a yes-no question. Okay, a yes-no question. And the second question starts in WH word. Okay, what are you going to do tonight? But here you cannot say yes or no, but you have to give information. Okay, you have to give information. So this type of question, the type of question that starts in a WH word is called information question. Okay, this is an information question. Yes, no question, an information question. Okay, and for the first question, the answer would be yes or no. For example, is Victor going to study tomorrow? Yes, he is. And the negative answer will be no, he isn't. Okay? But if someone asks you a WH question, you have to, as I said, give information. For example, what are you going to do tonight? Okay? In other words, I can say, what are your plans for tonight? Let's say, okay? What are you going to do tonight? Okay, or we aren't, or we're not going to play cards. We're not going to play cards. Okay? These are the examples. As well as you know, again, I would like to make it sure this is a yes-no question. Okay? And this another type is a WH question, or it is also called an information question. Okay, because you have to give information. You cannot say here yes or no, because what are you going to do tonight? You have to talk about your plans for tonight. Okay, those are the two different questions. Now, practice. Look at these pictures. Write about what each person is going to do. Okay, what each person is going to do. Let's continue now. Let's move on the next section. Okay? Do you understand? Practice. Look at these pictures. Look at these pictures. Write about what each person is going to do. You have to answer these questions. What is he going to do? Okay? What is he going to do? What are they going to do? Okay, two people. What are they going to do? Here, what is he going to do? Okay, what is he going to do? And in picture number 4, what is she going to do? Okay, what is she going to do? Here in picture number 5, there are 3 people, okay? There is a man on the left side of the picture, okay? And there are 2 young people, a boy and a girl, okay? And there is a word sail. So you have to write your sentences here. What are they going to do? Okay, this is the question. What are they going to do? You have to write your answers. Okay, for example, here in picture number 6, there are some guitars and there is a text, a big text in let's say that in big letters. Okay, classes it says. What type of classes? What kind of classes? What do you think he is going to do? What is he going to do? Okay? You have to write your sentences. Okay. In exercise letter B, what you have to do is to work in groups. You have to tell your group about some of your intentions, okay? Let's talk about intentions. I'm going to study harder in math, okay? And I'm going to visit my grandparents more often, okay? More often. Well, I'm going to travel to a foreign country next year. What are we doing in here? We're doing plan, or in this case, we're making plans. Okay, we are making plans. We have a plan and we say, I'm going to study harder in math. Okay, this is our intention. That also you can say, I'm going to study English. I'm going to study harder in English. Yes. I'm going to visit my grandparents more often. I'm going to travel to a foreign country next year. As I told you, the present progressive is usually used to talk about near future activities. And going to is usually used to talk about plans and intentions. Okay? So, watch out. He is going to call me tonight. And he going to call me tonight. It's wrong because here the verb to be is missing. Okay? There is no verb to be. Now let's continue, please. Language use, reading a post. Read these posts about people's plans, working pairs. Decide which plans sound fun, okay? Which plans sound fun. Read, please, these texts. Read the texts. The first text is, I'm going to volunteer in an animal shelter. I love animals, so I'm really excited. What do you think? Posted by Jenny on August the 18th. Yes? My girlfriend is having her 21st birthday party on Saturday. 21st, I need to get her a great gift. Any ideas? Posted by Mark on August the 8th. Okay, another sentence. My cousin is visiting and we're going to a family reunion. Posted by Gina. Okay, on August the 9th. This is the last text. Hey, Los Angeles skaters, we're going to meet at Venice Beach. Saturday morning, 11 o'clock. Saturday morning means Saturday morning, 11 o'clock. Be there or be square. Understand? Be there or be square. Posted by Hot Wheels on August 10th. Okay. It says write a post, a plan that you have compared with your partner. Write a post, a plan that you have compared with your partner. You can use one of these models, or maybe you can use the same model in order to write your sentences, okay? Now, you have to put in practice writing as well, okay? You have to use some vocabulary in order to write into the future tense using be, going to, or going to, okay? You understand? Do you have any question? Questions? No questions. I think everything is clear, right? And what you have to do here is to write a post about a plan that you have compared with your plans. Look at these plans and look at these sentences, okay? You can maybe use one of these sentences as a model, okay? Now, here we're going to start talking about start, stop, plus gerund. As you can remember, we have studied the verb go plus gerund. Remember? In other words, it means go plus another verb that ends in ing form. Okay, you understand? We have been talking about go plus another verb that ends in ing. Do you remember? We said go running. Okay. Go fishing, we can say also. Go fishing. Go dancing. Yes. Go dancing. What else? What else can you say? Do you remember? Go bike riding. Go bike riding. Okay. Okay, my friends. Now, I would like you to write some sentences using, let's say, this is structure: start plus gerund, stop plus gerund. Okay, but before we continue talking about these structures, okay, plus gerund, you're going to watch a video. Okay, this video is about how to use the present continuous tense or present progressive tense to talk about the future, and how to use going to the structure going to talk about the future as well, okay? And at the same time, we're going to see on this video, we're going to watch in this video some formal and informal language at the time of using, let's say at the time of using, will, go into, and the present progressive tense. Okay? Are you ready? We're going to stop here for a moment. Okay? Later we're going to talk about these two words, start and stop, plus gerund. Okay, my friends. Now, we're going to watch a video, as I told you, related to be going to and the present progressive tense. Do you remember present progressive? As future, it says. We use the present progressive to talk about near future activities. And we use going to talk about future, but in this case, we are going to use be going to talk about arranged, or we can say planned actions or activities, okay? When we talk about plans or intentions, okay? Now, what you're going to do is that you're going to watch this video. You are going to take notes about the examples, okay? You're going to take notes about the examples. All the examples, you have to write sentences, but not just to write, you have to understand the meaning, okay? Understand the meaning of these structures or these phrases we use, okay, in order to talk about the future. The first structure is, here we're going to write the present progressive, the verb to be, plus another verb that ends in ing, okay? Another verb that ends in ing. Then we have be plus going to plus a verb. Okay. Be going to plus another verb. Okay. In order to talk about the future as well. Then finally we have the auxiliary will, okay? The auxiliary will to talk about the future tense. So you can say, I will go. So here into the positive sentence, we usually use the base form, okay? To the positive sentence and as well as into the negative sentences. When we use will, after will, we usually use the infinitive form, or in other words, we usually use the base form of the verb, okay? The base form of the after the auxiliary verb, will, okay? After. Now, we're going to listen. Let's stop here. Remember, the first is about the present progressive tense. The second, be going to. And the third one is the auxiliary verb will, okay? All these structures are used to talk about the future. But there are some differences that I would like you to see. Okay? You will see the differences. Okay, my friends. Now let's start. Are you ready? Okay. You have to write down all the examples, okay? All the examples on your notebooks. After you finish, listen to me. You're going to upload your work to the classroom platform as usual, okay? You're going to upload your work to the classroom platform. You understand? Okay, my friends, now let's watch this video.